stands for, I guess, as far as social and moral issues go, but I guess deal with the fact that those social and moral issues are pushing a lot of voters away from our party.
I think we've got to do a better job of educating people about fundamentals. And I talked to a group of students, the honors students out at Birmingham Southern back in '08, and something similar was asked, and I'll answer it like this. I'm not an expert on world religion. I've studied world religion, but I don't know what all of them believe. But I know this. The only one that I know of that believes that man was literally made in the image and likeness of God and endowed with his divine attributes is Judaism. And of course, Christianity believes that, but those two are inseparable. Now, there may be another religion somewhere in the world that believes that. If there is, I just don't know what it is, but I can tell you this without hesitation. There's not another country in the history of the world that believes that, except this one, the United States. And I know you're all lawyers, so you've all read the Declaration of Independence, and you've read that second line, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Well, the first one's life. See, every other right presupposes life. You can't have liberty without life. Our founders understood that as a fundamental, that if you didn't get life right, it really didn't matter about the rest of it. And the technology today makes it irrefutable that it's a life. So every time we make that decision, and I know that there's some incredibly difficult decisions that have to be made, but every time you make that decision, it's about a life. And everything else is going to fall in line behind that. The other thing that I pointed out to those students is what unalienable means. And I know you all know that, but it means that those rights, they not only exist outside of government, they pre-exist government. Those rights cannot be taken from you legitimately. You can't even give them away. They're unalienable. And again, the first one's life. Then you read the rest of it, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that next little section is really critical because it tells you what the proper role of government is, and it's this. It's really this simple. And to secure these rights. Government's instituted among men, the just powers of which are derived from the consent of the governed. So I think we've got to get to the young people and explain these foundational principles, and it starts with them understanding how critical it is that we protect life. Everything else follows after that.